Yeah, I just disconnected. You sent it there? Okay. I did tell them to also create a WhatsApp group for 1 week. Then I'm gonna, I'm gonna fire somebody tomorrow. I don't think they know that side of me. Right, let's get this sorted out, shall we? On. Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's amazing. Hi, guys. Welcome to 40-day challenge 004. Okay, you got 2 minutes to get yourselves seated, get yourselves in, get your notebook and pen, get yourselves ready, guys. Let me just get myself together for you people, lovely people. Yeah, I'm just cleaning off the camera. So just give me 1 second. I'm currently working on my own, so I don't have any support this evening. So just bear with me whilst I set up this little gadget here. All right, so I am Jay Edwards. I'm your host for the 40-day challenge. I'm the lead trainer and coach. So I'm waiting for all of you to come in because we have a fair bit of questions to go through this evening, to my understanding. All right, so yeah, keep coming in, people. There's quite a lot of you on this channel, on this challenge. Quite a lot of you. Summer, to get you prepared for the summer. Summer is coming. Summer will be here in 2 months. So you want to make sure you burn all that body fat for the summer. So, hi guys on Instagram. Doesn't matter. Yeah, guys, I'm still waiting for you guys to come in. You got another 30 seconds. All right. But remember, you can ask your questions our private group. You have your private group that nobody has access to on the channel challenge. So you can ask your questions there. Let me just turn this light on. I want you to turn it on when everybody comes on, because I like how it is. All right, let me turn it off again. All right, hi guys from Instagram. Welcome to 40-day challenge 004. This 40-day challenge, as I said, is a summer 40-day challenge. This is the last one before summer gets here. All right, this 40-day challenge teaches you how to burn fat and how to retain muscle. All right, so all you people joining from all over the world, we have people in Iraq, we have people in the UK, people in the US, people in Japan, I believe. So welcome to you. Sorry about today. I knew this was to go out earlier. However, we needed you to send in as much information as possible for us to make certain decisions for what groups you go in. So yeah, we're going to get cracking now on what the 40-day challenge expectations are, and let us get onboarding and move along quite quickly. All right, so let's begin. Yeah. So the to prepare one's mind and one's physical to undertake the behaviors which are required for you to ultimately burn as much fat as possible. Because burning fat is not just solely about calorie restriction. If you've never been down the road of understanding what calorie restriction is and what feelings it creates and what to do about it in order to endure and keep getting your results. So, those of you on Instagram will be cutting you off in 8 minutes, right? We're only letting you get the introduction to this, yeah? The challenge is a paid challenge. As I said, we have persons here in our private group right now, all right, who are tuning in and getting themselves ready for 40-40-004. Now, the 40-day challenge, as I said, is really about burning fat and retaining muscle. It's about getting you lean, all right, and also It's about creating a very strong mindset to then carry on this process. What is required to be lean. Our ancestors over 3,000 years have taught us these things, right? It's not just the science that's available today. Our ancestors who have been lean through all civilizations from Roman Empire right through, there are certain concepts of remaining lean. High activity, low calorie intake, high protein intake. All of these things we have seen over the centuries. Okay, so this is nothing new. However, society would let you think that it's new and we're all supposed to be fat, but that's not true. We don't need to be fat, we don't need to be sick. We can be lean, we can be happy, we can be strong physically, we can be strong mentally, we can be focused emotionally, and we can be, of course, most importantly, very, very powerful spiritually. If we put the right foods in our body, okay? If you don't put the right foods in your body, you will have brain fog. You will not have the right nutrients to build muscle tissue. You will just lose weight and look flat. This is not what this program is about. You will never look flat on this program. I guarantee it, because just restricting calories will cause you to look flat and not look toned. At the end of this program, you will look toned, cut, chiseled. All right? Some of you who are coming from further up, it's going to be a little bit harder, and we're going to just place you now into your respective groups. So if you haven't sent your pictures in, guys, onto the private platform, we are not able to place you into a group, all right? Because we can't just use your weight and use your measurements of your waist and hips and so on in order to then decide what starting group you go in, because there are 5 groups that go through the progression. Also, for those of you who are doing 40-40 for your second time around, remember 40-40 is not just there for one-time experience. We also look at the studies that talk about calorie deficit and the longevity of cell life. So we've seen a close correlation with reduction in calorie intake and longevity, right? So the basic science of that is the telomeres. Every cell has a chromosome, and inside that chromosome, the chromosome is like an X. And then at the end of the chromosome is what we call the telomere. And the telomere length is what dictates the cell life. So if you don't, your telomeres aren't very long, you will not be living so long. And we've seen a clear correlation of lifestyle, food, activity, sleep, mindset, emotions, and how long you will live. So it's very important result, okay? So moving forwards, ladies and gents, the groups that you'll be in is based upon your images. We're not seeing everybody here send images. We're seeing out of the 100 plus, we've seen probably about 8 now. So not all of you are going to be placed tonight. On send those images. However, for those who are placed, I'll go through the groups and what the expectations are. All right. The first group. They have another 4 minutes on Instagram, and if you're not in a private group, unfortunately, we can't give you all this information. A group that focuses on, let me just improve this internet connection. Sorry guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. I just had to change over internet connection. All right, so let me go back. The groups that you'll be in. The first group is the top group, is the yellow group. All right, that's for males who are carrying a body fat of 20+%. All right, based upon data, science, males, you want to aim for 15% or less just for health. All right, we're not even talking about aesthetics. If you want 6 packs are at 12% generally for males, 10% you can start getting a 6-pack, right? So this is all numbers. So males who are 20% plus, you're starting out in the yellow group. All right, they have another 2 minutes on Insta. My Insta family, another 2 minutes, guys. If you're in the other group below the yellow group is the green group. Okay, so the green group are for males We're just doing the males first. Are for males between 15% and 20% body fat. You're in the green group. All right? And those are 12% to 15% start point. You're in the blue group. And the guys who are 12% and below are in the red group. Okay? And then persons, if you come on this challenge, 8%, like that means you're a pro athlete. You're in a special group where I have to give you very special attention. All right? So those are the groups for the body fat start. For females, everything is 7% plus. Because females are carrying extra body fat around the hips, ready for child rearing, and also extra adipose tissue in the breasts. For being a female, you carry around about 7% more than the average male. Females who are at 28% plus will start in the yellow group. Females who are at 20% to 23% will be in the green group. Females who are between 17 and 20 will be in the blue group, and the red group will be the females who are starting off at 17%. For females, six packs don't start showing, or a developed core doesn't start showing for females till they reach around about 16%, 17, 16. As I said, it's around about 7% plus on the males. So these females, you'll be in those same respective group as the males, but your numbers are generally 7% higher. How do we know what your body fat is? You have to send us your images. All right, 30 seconds for these Insta people. I'll tell you bye before we go. So for persons who, how do you know your body fat? You have to send us your image, because we're looking at various different metrics. Some persons store more body fat on the front. Some persons store more body fat on the sides. Some store more on the fat. You could be 16% looking on the front, and when we check the back, you're actually 20%. So how you distribute fat has a lot to do with your hormonal imbalance, okay? So if you're low on androgens, testosterone, you tend to want to store it right here in the pectorals, okay? Otherwise known as man boobs. Or if you store your body fat here, this is now the mid-axillary. That's more to do with thyroid. And then if you store body fat here at the front, that's to do with the umbilical, that's to do with cortisol, if it's a stress hormone. So all these things will also allow us to see what's happening to your body, and we can help you fix it with supplementation. Insta people, we'll see you later. All right, guys, in our special group, carry on. If you got any questions, we need you guys to start firing them through so we can help you. So what happens as of tomorrow? Share. So what happens of tomorrow? Just don't post on the main page, please. So what happens as of tomorrow morning, or for those of you who are in England or in Germany or anywhere in Europe that if you're ahead of our time here in Jamaica, as of 12 o'clock tonight, you are straight out on an intermittent fast. If you are in the yellow group, you will only eat meals within an 8-hour window. Okay? An 8-hour window. So if you break your fast at 9 a.m. in the morning, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 p.m., no more meals, okay? You are entitled to eat up to 3 meals. As the yellow group chart shows you, your meal breakdown is proteins in every meal, all right? And you only allowed to eat starch on the days that you work out. What are starches? Starches are your potatoes, they are your ground provision type foods, that's your rice, that's your carbohydrates. So the charts will explain these things, but we're going to go through them basically. Proteins are your meats and your fish and your chicken and so on, and your eggs. And then you have your greens, and your greens are your cruciferous vegetables such as your broccoli, your cauliflower, if you're in Jamaica, your pak choy or your callaloo, and so on. So those are your protein, carbohydrates, and greens. And then you have your good fats. Your good fats are your raw coconut. For those in Jamaica who can get the raw coconut in the shell, that's a very good fat. For those in the UK, you can get avocado probably all season round. That's avocado pears, or call them whatever. In Jamaica they call them pears. Yeah, and you also, good fats are nuts and seeds like pumpkin seeds, almonds, and we only have a small amount of those as good fats. So if you're in the yellow group, you're starting at the 20 plus, you will only utilize starches in your meal one, your first meal after exercise. And then if you're not in the yellow group, you are entitled to eat 1 meal a day in the next group. You'll be going straight into 1 meal a day because you're coming in on a program relatively lean. Your 1 meal a day, you eat all protein, carbs, and fats one time, okay? And then throughout the day to satiate and to keep hunger down, we have our specialty, right? So everybody should bring drinking our specialty at least once every 2 days. That specialty has turmeric, the main ingredient. It has ginger. It has cayenne pepper, and it has black pepper. However, do not use black pepper if you're taking certain medications as listed that we will send, because it will have an adverse effect on those medications. Okay? So careful. Otherwise, black pepper is just fine. So, this tea, if you're, for example, fasting, intermittent fast, you're eating for 8 hours, outside of the 8 hours of eating, you can use a tea. All right, just drink a cup of the tea and it will help you out. If you don't like the tea, you're gonna have to get used to it. It's very good for you. All right, and this is from ancient civilizations in Asia, across the whole, right into Africa actually. This method has been used to manage inflammation and actually help to improve blood. So it's an amazing portion. Now, the next thing about these teas is if you're on OMAD, you can use it as well throughout the day. Or if you, as I said, at least every other day. If you don't use it, or you don't want to use it as often, the only other alternative is black coffee with no sweeteners or no milk. Or you can also use a tea, a green tea with no sweeteners. So the teas are what lets you drag out the fasted time period. Okay? Now, next thing we're gonna move on to is, I don't think anybody is in any groups apart from the yellow and the green to start. All right? And chances are you'll be there for the next minimum 7 to 14 days, because we're gonna get a lot of action and movement of weight in the first couple of weeks. Okay? So, also activity. Those of you who had sent in your information, your pictures and stuff, you also need to make clear, the support team will be reaching out to some of you who we don't have all the data on, about what is your workout time. We'll also need to, are you working at home, for those of you who haven't signified that, or are you going to the gym? Because we have two programs. We can give you a gym training program, and we can give you, sorry? Oh, it is? Oh, that's not good. The chat is disabled on YouTube. Just a sec, guys. Yeah, guys, I'm trying to get the chat going in here. Can we just chat in the app? Can we just chat in the app for now? Because I would have to cancel this live in order to change whatever setting that I didn't press. Right? Unfortunately, yeah. Can you guys just if you got any questions, just send it in the Trainerize app. If you have acid reflux, yes, you can drink the tea. However, we can build up to it. Those with acid reflux, we can build up to it. All right. So if you have acid reflux, please indicate to us, and we'll then give you a little bit more support on that. But those who are carrying acid reflux, guys, it's not going to be easy. There's going to be some transition time. All right? It's not going to be just voila. If it was like that, remember, we're trying to create the behaviors. Behaviors outlast habits. Behaviors are what we get up and do every day, because it's now what we have become accustomed to. So it's going to be hard. You're breaking out of behaviors that you previously had, which was not necessarily giving you probably the results that you wanted. So we're trying to create new behaviors. So be cognitive of that, or conscious of that rather. So if you have acid reflux, not to worry. It's going to take some time to change over.
Like someone suggests all the ingredients of the tea.
Okay, we're going to send out, so whatever we discuss in this, we're going to send out documentation in the group on specifics, so ingredients for the tea and so on. So if you missed information, you will get it. All right?
How do you connect smartwatches? Is that what it is?
Okay, no problem. All right, how do you connect smartwatches? So guys, first of all, our platform generally requires a smartwatch that connects with Bluetooth. A lot of the big organizations do not allow connection across into our platform, such as Apple, Samsung, and Fitbit. Right? How this works is you can also connect on Trainerize. So if you have an Apple, if you have a Fitbit, and if you have a Samsung, you can connect through Trainerize, so we can get your activity data. If you have a standard, say a Polar, a Wahoo, a Garmin, or other and plus devices which we sell on our website, those connect freely to our app, all right? Because our app is produced for us. So that's where there may be a little bit of annoyance. However, we're working on, what we're building out is where you will have to get one of our bands that you wear somewhere up here, and it just works with our app, because we can't change what these independent developers do with their apps. So if you don't connect to the app, you can't connect to the app, which is available in the App Store for Apple and other Android devices, just go type in Spry Live, download the app, go into the connectivity part of it, try to connect your device, and it should just sync. Right? I sync my Whoop strap, which is a little strap that I wear. I also sync my heart rate monitor. I sync various devices. So it all depends on the device that you have, if they will allow you to be able to connect. But if you don't have one at all, go on our website, sprylive.com, and get yourself the device that we use, which is the Fuse, or preferably the other one. So yeah, if it doesn't connect, you can always take an image and send us the data.
Are the hill workouts at an additional cost?
The hill workouts are not additional. Anybody on the 40-day challenge will be doing hill Sundays right through the challenge. Every Sunday we'll be doing hills in the morning at 5:15 a.m. Before the sun comes up. So you will get the location if you're in Jamaica, and you can come along. If you're not in Jamaica, you're still expected to take part in these things. If you are in a high activity, if you're in activity before this, so if you are in the gym and so on, you're expected to take part. We will send you what you're supposed to do, and you're expected to provide us the heart rate information. You don't get off because you're not in Jamaica. All right? And we will track your activity. We'll see how far you ran, how quick you did it, and how you expended your heart rate. So it's one community.
What the symbols mean on the calendar?
The symbols on the calendar is we have a lot of lives to do. So I'm going to be supporting you for the next 7 days very closely. So on the calendar we have the telephone. The telephone means there's going to be a live where this YouTube link will be sent to you, and we will have a live Q&A session for any struggling, any questions that need answering, or anything that's gone under the carpet or whatever. So we have quite a few lives. If you miss it, you can always access it at some of a convenient time, and so on. The X's are the checkpoints. So every 10 days there's a checkpoint. So there are 4 checkpoints in the challenge. At the checkpoint, you're expected on checkpoint day to upload new images and upload new metrics such as weight and measurements. All right. So and then on the checkpoint days we have a Zoom checkpoint conference where we will sit down and we will go through what challenges persons are having and how we progress to the next checkpoint. So those are what it is. Okay, and the thing that looks like a heart rate is hill Sundays. So every Sunday you do a hill. So I know some countries you may not have access to a hill, you would do a flat, but then if you're on a flat, you'll expect it to run at 90%, what your max heart rate is. If you have injuries, we don't expect you to run, and so on. So It will all become relative. We're a community. We're getting to know each other because that's super important for us to support each other, for us to get to know each other. Protein shakes are allowed. However, we're using an elimination process of eating where if we're not sure if everybody can manage dairy. So we generally do take everything out initially, especially for the first week, right? And then after, we then take it from there. So take out, especially if the protein shake is dairy, remove it, and then we'll re-add it when instructed. So yeah, let's eliminate first.
Would we be able to visit the gym to do an assessment tomorrow without an appointment?
Not without an appointment. So you can come to, this was a question, can you come in to do an assessment, meaning weigh and measure, and we weigh and measure you? Yes, you can, but you have to let us know what time you're coming, because we run a tight schedule, and we also have to pay attention to the government protocols. We don't have an excessive amount of people at one time. So please, if you're coming in, you have to let us know.
When we come in and pay the fee to be properly measured, can the pics be taken then and there? Also, is there a fee to work out on site versus from home?
Right, so when you do come in to weigh and measure, yes, we can take the images for you. And the next thing is, if when you come in, training is separate. So day-to-day training is separate. We do have sometimes some group sessions going on, I think on a Tuesday and Thursday, that you can join free of cost, but they're at the moment we're very restricted with what we can do. So we're not really allowing a lot of people to come into the facility outside of. So if you do, we may have to find you an appointment, and that may come with a different program.
Where do we send the pictures to, and how do we get placed in a...
All right, so the pictures are to be uploaded on the app. So that this same app you're talking to us on, if you go through the onboarding process, which you would have done at the start, you would have been asked for 3 images, front, back, and side. So this on this platform are where the images go. All right, everything goes on this platform. So we monitor everything here, we communicate everything here, we do all grading here, everything is done on this platform. Any more questions? All right, so guys, if you got any more questions, just drop them in the private group, all right? Yeah, we don't want any cheeky persons trying to jump on the challenge from outside, all right? This is a bit of a private situation. We have a lot of people who want to get in, but we are a community, guys. As I said, we have to do this together.
Sorry, is corn allowed?
Is corn allowed? Sweet corn is really unnecessary. Yeah, there's not much in it. So corn is not really, it's not a cruciferous vegetable. It's just an empty calorie. It's a waste of time, really. Corn. So corn is not really something that we do push for. Greens, dark leafy greens, or white cauliflower.
If I get a heart rate monitor in 1 to 2 weeks, how will I get to catch up to the possibly held in places
Right. Unfortunately, guys, yeah, this heart rate monitor thing, it takes 1 to 2 weeks to arrive wherever you are in the world. If you don't have a heart rate monitor, there's no way to capture the data. So if you want to go out and buy a heart rate monitor tomorrow from wherever you are, then do so. But if we don't capture the data now, you won't have the data points, unfortunately. As of next month, though, the whole Spry community will have to all be on the same strap, because this is where the confusion starts. So once you join Spry Live, you basically just get a strap, and then once you have your strap, that's it. You know. So yeah.
Will there be at-home workout recommendations for those not in Jamaica?
Yes, of course. So there's at-home workouts. So guys, there's 2 options. There's at-home workouts for persons, no matter where you are in the world. There will be somebody working out with you based upon the time you identified you want to train. So how this sets up is based upon your training. Everybody's schedule is different. Based upon your training time, you will get your training session to you on your platform. For those who are in gym, abroad, wherever you are in the world, we will send you in-gym program that you do in gym. All right. However, if you're not at a certain level of fitness, the in-gym program may not be for you because it's slightly athletic. We're going to then make recommendations for you to then do the at-home program in the gym if you decide to go in gym. All right.
How many calories are we supposed to consume per day or carbs per day?
Okay, in terms of calories and macronutrients, you're not expected to measure those in terms of macros right now. Okay, the system is laid out first in portion control. We're first introducing you to portions. To teach you macros right now is too much. Just like if you were to teach Olympic lifting now, it's too complex. We're going to eventually get there. Once you reach into the group that is the blue group, which starts to track macros, where we will have a separate live on how to weigh and how to measure. Just get into food portions. There's a chart that comes out that tells you protein is this part of the hand, so that's your protein takes up that. Any fats is just the thumb, right? And your carbohydrates is a fist. So depending on your size of your hand, it works out those portions.
Is there a document or something with information about the food restrictions?
There's a document that tells you what foods you can have, right? And it clearly states what you're not allowed to have, which is a chart that has a plate, and basically you're putting down the chart next to your plate and you are trying to mirror what you see on the chart. We're starting off with baby steps, right? You're crawling before you creep, and you're creeping before you run. Okay? We're going to get you there when you get introduced to macros, and we get used to weighing and measuring. If you don't have a scale, a food scale, if you progress to the to the blue group, which is going to be the macro group, you will need a scale. So if you don't have one now, you probably need to start looking at how you're going to source a food scale. And if you're eyeballing food, is not the same as weighing food. So don't make excuses that you won't need a scale, because you'll just not be able to really manage your calories properly. All right?
What time of the day would the home workouts?
The home workouts are any time that is specific to your need. Okay, we used to do a lot of lives, and it's inconvenient for people who are at different time zones in the world. So what we've done, we've changed our platform, and we now provide you your at-home workout at the time that you want to train. All right, so when you indicate your time, your training time, we then set up your training information to go to you for that time. All right, so then we can also hold you accountable. We can see if you log in, and we can also see your heart rate. So if you're skipping the workouts and sitting on the sofa saying, oh, they can't see me, all right, but guys, hey, we can track you. We can use GPS to track you as well, if you give us permission, that is.
The location on Albert Road open, and if we come in to do the assessment, we need to be able to get the fitness tracker and any other equipment.
Okay. Holborn Road is temporarily closed, right? Holborn Road is being built out into a brand new space. We won't be there until 2023, all right? That's if we're still in Jamaica anyway. But it's a situation where Holborn Road, yeah, there's nothing going on there. If you come to Dunrobin, trackers are out. We've sold out of trackers. We're waiting on a shipment to arrive in about 10 days. So we don't have any straps right now, right? Unfortunately, we don't have any left.
For the assessment,
But you don't have to have a strap, guys. I mean, it helps in the community because you're then able to get a leaderboard data and all this kind of stuff, but you don't have to. It doesn't. The main part is the nutrition and the discipline that we're going to teach you. So don't be dismayed if you don't have a strap right now. Yeah, you're not starting off on a back foot. It's just another data point and another community interactive data point. Right?
Where do we schedule the training time?
Your training time, just indicate for me, please. The support staff will be on to you after this live if they haven't seen a training time. If not, you can always just send it to us, right? Just the time that you desire to train in your time zone. So if you're in GMT, which is UK, and you work out at 9 a.m. in the morning, 9 a.m. in the morning, GMT. If you are in Jamaica, JAEST. If you work out at 6 a.m., JAEST 6 a.m. and so on.
For
Right?
the assessment, should we bring any change of here?
For the assessment, loose fitting clothes, please, guys. Also, for when you're taking the pictures, either on a really dark background or on a really light background. Preferably a light background.
Are the at-work, homework live or pre-recorded?
All the at-home workouts are pre-recorded. All right, we do not do live content anymore because of the capacity of clients around the world. We're unable to meet demands of people in Japan versus people in Jamaica. So we have changed our structuring from live to on demand, where you get that day's workout on demand on your platform in your group area. Yeah, in your specific area, and then we hold you accountable to your training sessions.
How long are the workout sessions?
It depends. The workout sessions depends on timing. The in-gym workout sessions are 55 minutes, 60 minutes, yeah, 1 hour.
What if the protein shake is plant-based like Herbalife and the milk uses almond?
There's no milk use and there's no almond milk use. All right, guys, let me be very clear here, okay? Look into my eyes. If you're trying to come off heroin, you're not going to go on cocaine instead. Let us understand this from very early. You're not trying to find substitutes. This is a brand new lifestyle, okay? We're not substituting anything, okay? We're not coming off heroin and taking cocaine. We are getting rid of the taste and the relationship with sugars and the relationship with certain tastes. We're trying to now create a behavioral space in our brain that allows us to nourish our bodies with food whether we like the taste or not. You may have a preference. You may decide you're going to have broccoli instead of cauliflower. That's fine. However, we're not looking for substitutes. Very important that we break this mindset, all right, in order to go forwards. All right, great. All right, back to the real world now. All right, any more questions, my dear?
When will the website restock the LNYX2?
The website has links to. There is links to on the website. No? There's no links to left? That's, if there's no links to, you can also get the, we'll get back to it. That shouldn't be. We should have, the website should be fully stocked. But if there's no links to, you can use, there's another strap that you can use. There are two straps. You use links to, or there's another strap that you can use. Just confirm that. Just, all right. But there shouldn't be. Who is that about the links to? Okay. Guys.
Somebody keep on asking where you schedule the time. Please communicate in this app or the direct message of this app.
Sorry?
They want to know where they schedule their time for training.
Your time for training is in this app that you're using now to communicate with us. Right, in Trainerize. Just communicate a message of your training time, which should have been a part of your onboarding. I will be checking with my team why that wasn't the case. That you should have been asked at some point what time you'd like to train. So we can make sure your content is there for the time you'd like to train and so on. Yeah. So yeah, guys, just remember this. Our onboarding is going to take a couple of days. All right. We generally get people onboarded fully in 3 days. Like by Wednesday, you should be fully firing, fully adept with the applications, fully adept with what's required of you, fully understanding. So don't think that from just this live you're going to get the full blueprint. That's why we have so many lives in the first week. There's a lot of me time with you guys where we're talking, we're getting to know each other, right? We're going to get to know each other's names. We're going to get to know, each other's weaknesses, strengths. We're going to be able to pull on each other. That's the whole point. Even if you're in Iraq going for a run in Iraq and a guy going for a run in the UK or a girl going for a run in the US, we still have the same data points. How intense your heart was beating, how far you ran, etc. So we can get data points from other places, but the team will be reaching out. I believe we have a Strava Club as well. So for whatever reason, if you're not getting in on the Trainer Rise and not getting on the Spry Live, we do have a Strava Club as well. And the Strava Club will also allow us to track what's happening, especially for running or Hill Sunday. As I said, Hill Sunday is not just for persons in Jamaica, it's for everywhere. If you don't have a hill local to you, you can still go and just do some type of running in the park, and we will then look at the data points from whatever device that you have. All right, guys? So we're going to start wrapping up now. If you have any questions, guys, just drop them still in this group, all right, in our private group, and we will get to you. As I said, over the next couple of days, it's going to be a lot of, yeah. And look out for the lives. There's lives coming. Look on the calendar for when the lives are coming out. Okay, people? So it's lovely getting to speak to you.
It did not ask for a specific time. It was asking for preferences, like number of days, etc.
Okay, so I'm understanding onboarding asks for what number of days you want you to train. The training program is generally 4 days per week with rest days, but then we do other activities that we invite you to join. All right. So my apologies that I didn't ask specifically. I will get to my team. We're going to have a quick little meeting now to find out, why it never asked. But they will take that information for you. But if you can, just send to us your time zone and the time that you want to train, and we will then get that situation sorted out and resolved. All right. So once again, thank you, people, for joining the 40-day challenge. Right. Really appreciate your support. And I will do everything I can to make sure you understand what is required to go forwards, right? If absolutely any questions you have to ask me, go ahead, send them to us, and we'll get back to you, right? And we will then move forward from there. So, yeah, thank you. My name is Jay Edwards, and I'm the program director, and I will be seeing you guys tomorrow for another live. All right, so if you got any questions, just write them down in the notes in your phone so you don't forget, and then fire away when we come to the live sessions, and then we'll take it from there. But really appreciate it, guys. Take care. See you tomorrow. Let's get down to some work over the next 40 days and burn some fat. All right.
Alex,